Good morning, everyone. I'm Oliver Ivanlos, and I am here in Tagbilaran City for my one-day vacation of my relatives here in Barangay Cogon, Tagbilaran. And this time, I'm gonna make a vlog about the Filipino weaknesses or the weaknesses of the Filipino characters, which are written by the late Senator Leticia Shahane. But before anything else, before I proceed my discussion about the weaknesses of the Filipino characters, let's talk about first who is Leticia Shahane and her short backgrounds. And of course, I have prepared already the videos that will reflect to the weaknesses of the Filipino characters. So just please watch and learn and sit back and enjoy. Leticia Shahane was born on September 30, 1929 in Lingayen, Pangasinan. After passing the Philippine Foreign Service Officer or the FSO examination, she held various high positions such as Ambassador to Australia from 1981 to 1986, Secretary General of the World Conference of the UN Decade of Women in Nairobi, Kenya in 1985, and she became the UN Assistant Secretary General for Social and Humanitarian Affairs. Ramos Shahane left her UN post and returned to the Philippines, where in 1987 she was elected as senator and became the Deputy Minister for Philippine Affairs after the 1986 ITSA Revolution. She rose to the post of Senate President pro tempore under the role of her brother Fidel B. Ramos. Shahane was rushed to the intensive care unit of St. Luke Medical Center, Global City in Bonifacio, Taguig City for pneumonia. After suffering from stage 4 colorectal cancer, she died there on March 20, 2017 at the age of 87. In 2018, the New York Times wrote a belated obituary for her. During her senatorial term, she submitted to the Senate this report entitled A Moral Recovery Program, Build a People, Build a Nation, where the strengths and weaknesses of the Filipino character were stated. At this time, we're going to talk about the Filipino characters under the Chapter 4, the strengths and weaknesses of the Filipino character, a socio-cultural issue. But before anything else, let's talk about who is Leticia Shahane. And here are some weaknesses of the Filipino characters. First, we have extreme family-centeredness. Second, lack of discipline. Third, passivity and lack of initiative. 4, colonial mentality. 5th, kanya-kanya syndrome or talangkal mentality. 6th, lack of self-analysis and self-reflection. And the last one, extreme personalism. Our first weaknesses of a Filipino character is extreme family-centeredness. When we say extreme family-centeredness, excessive concern for family means using one's office and power to promote family interest, and thus functionalism, patronage, political dynasties, and protection of erring family members. It results in lack of concern for the common good and acts as a block to national consciousness. And here is some video that will explain about you the extreme family-centeredness.
Tanda ka na po.
My family! Oh my God! My family! It was the most important person in my life.
Kung wala ka nang may...
Next is extreme personalism. When we say extreme personalism, it takes things personally, cannot separate objective tasks from emotional environment. Because of this, the Filipino is uncomfortable with bureaucracy, with rules and regulations, and with standard procedures. He uses personal contacts and gives preference to family and friends in hiring, services, and even recruiting. It leads to the graft and corruption evident in Philippine society, which is now rampant in our society. And here is a video about extreme personalism.
Sa tingin ko may mga dapat tayong baguhin.
Bago? Bago na naman? Diyan ka magaling sa bago!
Meron talagang mga bagay na dapat binabago, lalo na sa trabaho.
Sabay no?
Wala ka na.
Next is lack of discipline. When we see lack of discipline, a casual attitude toward time and space manifested in lack of precision and compulsiveness, in poor time management and procrastination. Aversion to following procedures strictly results in lack of standardization and equality control. Impatient can easily in shortcuts, follow suit, and neglect cover. And here is the video about lack of discipline. Next is passivity and lack of initiative. When we say passivity and lack of initiative, waiting to be told what to do, reliance on others, leaders and government, complacence, lack of sense of urgency, there is a high tolerance of inefficiency, poor service, and even violations of one's right. Too patient and matiisin, too easily resigned to his fate, the Filipino is easily oppressed and exploited. And then, here is the video about the passivity and lack.
Ay, Bago! Sakit sa tiyan! Thank you, Lord! Buhay ka ng tiyan ko?
Next is colonial mentality. It is a lack of patriotism or of an act of active awareness, appreciation, and love of the Philippines, and an actual preference for things foreign. And here's the video about the colonial.
Pre, wala kayo sa cellphone ko. Ang daming pindutan.
Wala ka naman sa cellphone ko, magalang.
Wala kayo sa cellphone ko. Walang daan. Wow, eh.
Wala kayo sa cellphone ko. Galing Korea. Annyeong!
Wala kayo sa cellphone ko. Galing US. Bigay ni Choco.
Next is the kanya-kanya syndrome and talangka mentality. Done by chismis, intriga, and constructive criticism, it is evident in the personal ambition that is completely insensitive to the common good. Example, the lack of a sense of service among people in the government bureaucracy. This results in dampening of cooperative and community spirits and trampling upon others' rights. And here is the video about the kanya-kanya syndrome talangka mentality.
Guys!
In the 8 air, that's my homeboy.
Nak, what's the meaning of this?
Ay, wala pong ginagawang masama.
Sasabihin ka pa eh, ano to? Bagong-bago.
Hindi po ubos yan, ubusin ko pa lang.
The last one is the lack of self-analysis and self-reflection. The tendency to be superficial and somewhat flighty. In the days of serious personal and social problems, there is lack of analysis or reflections, and instead, satisfaction with superficial explanations and solution. And here is the video about the lack of self-analysis and self-reflection.
Uy, pare, ang ganda nun.
Damn, all these views.
I was raped, I was abused, and harassed.
Masarap ba? Sus, gusto mo rin naman yan eh.
There is so much good in Filipino, but there is so much to be changed. Many of the strength of the people are also the source of weaknesses. The report of Shahani was on 1988, but its finding as reported may still be true today. The Department of Education has as its mission to help develop Filipinos who compassionately love their country and whose values and competencies enable them to realize their full potential and contribute meaningfully to building the nations. It has a core values of makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan, at makabansa. This is Oliver Ivanlos, and I thank you.